Okay, nice to have everybody on board as well from Facebook Live. Believe me, it's an absolutely brilliant day today. It really is. Nice to have our feature artist, which is George Prophet, coming out of New Jersey. Also want to thank Jazz as well for putting us in touch with George. So believe me, you're going to absolutely love today's interview. But in the meantime, let's kick it off. Here is George Prophet and Sweet Jamaica. Sorry about that, George. Unfortunately, I came up a bit quick. We'll go live to the desk after this particular track, my bro. And how are you? You good? You right? We have a number of staff in here that do different bits and pieces that make this whole thing work, if you know what I mean. So.
No problem. I just want to know when I can share it.
Yeah, well, he should have it now.
You should have it now, apparently. You can share it now.
Oh, let me try. No, I'm not seeing it today.
I invited him.
That's
all I can do.
It's all she can do, apparently. She's invited you.
On Facebook.
On Facebook.
It'll be through the Galaxy Artist page. It won't be my name.
Yeah, go through the Galaxy Artist page.
It should have come up.
No, I haven't.
You'll have to keep just looking.
Yeah, unfortunately you have to keep looking because we can't stop it now that we've started, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I haven't seen it at all.
Oh well, I tell you what, you'll be able to share the copy that you get at the end of this anyway, so.
Hi, Gear.
Gear?
Yeah.
Nice to have you on board, brother man. In fact, I would love to have a chat to you at some stage, you know.
Yeah, and sorry I didn't get your call last night. I was asleep.
And Lewis has joined us as
Hi,
well.
Lewis.
Nice to have you on board,
Yeah,
Lewis.
meet George.
We've still got about 2 minutes. So how are you feeling there, George? You okay?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good.
Nice. How many countries this morning?
I'm feeling good.
Okay.
Hello.
We have 473 countries online right now. That's not bad.
Super good. There's nothing bad about that.
No, not at all. Lewis Laudat says blessings to you, George.
Yes. That's what I'm about today. Blessings, Louis.
Anyway.
Gemma's Barbara. That's my email address, Gemma. But I'm Barbara. That's who you send it to. Hi, Louise.
You're sitting there waving away to people again.
No, Louise thinks I'm Gemma because I use Gemma for fun for my email.
I'm sorry, Louise. My glasses are fixed. I was calling you Lewis. I apologise.
Louise.
Louise.
Yeah, talking to George up here.
All right, let's do this.
Sweet Jamaica, sunshine. The weather in Jamaica is one of a kind. Sweet Jamaica, watermelon sunshine. You have to make a visit here once in a lifetime. This is Jamaica, oh my gosh. You have to make a visit once in your lifetime. Sweet Jamaica, watermelon sunshine.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today absolutely elated, I really am, because we're catching up with Gregory Prophet, and believe me, George Prophet, let's get it right. I'm sorry, George, I didn't mean to get that all stuffed up, but welcome to Galaxy.
Welcome, my brother. It's a pleasure to have you here.
It is an absolute pleasure to have you on board, my friend, and I got to welcome along Franco Nanucci as well. Sean Simpson's there. Nice to have you on board, my friend. It really is. And, well, George, believe me, we have found that a lot of people absolutely resonate to your music. Now, tell me, how long have you been playing for?
Well, I've been singing from I was a kid, but I really get curious about promoting close to 3 years ago.
Okay.
I've been singing.
Okay, now, you come out of Jamaica, Portland, Jamaica, is that right?
Portland, yeah.
And you headed all the way over to the United States. Now, was it a big difference in culture between where you're from and getting and breaking into the reggae market over in the United States?
No, not a big difference because there's a lot of Jamaica in the United States. So, it's not absolutely the same, but it's not much of a difference.
I understand, I really do. Now, Joan is joining us. Nice to have you on board, Joan, and believe me, we are very happy to be in association with Rise Up TV. Big record, Sony Music, The Orchard as well, and love to everybody out of Rise Up TV. We really are very happy to be a part of it. Today we're talking to George Prophet, and believe me, we started off the show literally this morning with Sweet Jamaican. Now, George, tell me a little bit about this. Where did the lyrics come from?
It's all about Jamaica. Everything in that song is about the island of Jamaica. Every place that you hear I call the name somewhere in Jamaica. And it's somewhere, as a tourist going to Jamaica, you should really visit.
Believe me, I listen to quite a bit of music. I really do, on a daily basis, literally. And I've been an engineer now for almost 40 years. There's something special about your kind of music that really encapsulated my imagination. Now, who does your mixing? Who is your producer? Where are you getting this recorded?
Well, let me answer the question one by one. Who is my producer? I am my producer. I produce myself, and I've done my recording in a few local studios around in New Jersey.
Now, do you have your own studio? Do you mix it all from your own personal studio, or do you take it into a studio and get it done there?
No, I take the beat to the studio. I go to the studio and I record the song. I've got some of the songs recorded at the studio that I get some of the songs mixed at the studio that I record, and I also mix some elsewhere because I don't want the same mix for all the songs.
Now, I got to ask you, George, and believe me, we have a fan question for you. Renee from Sweden is asking us, how do we get hold of you as a fan? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? Are you a talker? But more importantly, George, do you respond?
Could you? I didn't hear the last part of the question.
Do you respond to fans if they get hold of you on Facebook, Instagram?
Oh, yeah, sure, yes.
Yep.
Yes, I do. And at Facebook, my name on Facebook is George Prophet Dubs. It's GeorgeProphetDubs. The reason for the Dubs on the end is because I couldn't figure out my password at one time, and Facebook wouldn't allow me to have two George Prophet. So I had to bring some close to that so you can find it. So on my fan page, George Prophet Music, On YouTube is George Prophet Music, and George Prophet can be found. George Prophet Music can be found on all major digital platforms.
That's
My last project is there. It's my album, 14 beautiful tracks. Title of the album is called Perfect. So once you put Perfect, George Prophet, it's gonna pop up right in your face.
very, very cool. Now, George, at the same time, do you have a website? Can we buy merch on your website?
Unfortunately, I'm just in the process of creating my website. I don't have a website at the minute. So, as I said to you, I'm quite new to the music. I just started promoting under 3 years, so I'm just building up.
Well, I got to let you know, you've landed on your feet with us right here at Galaxy. You really have. Tell me about all this love.
Oh, the song came about. I got a beat from a lady once to record. And I was listening to the beat, and to be honest with you, the whole hook just came from the beat. Because I'm a person who I love to listen to the beat and let the beat take me where you want to take. I don't fight with the beat. I allow the beat to take me. So that's my way of creating a record.
You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Joined live today, coming out of New Jersey. Yes, it's George Prophet. Here's all this love. Gosh, it's hot in here. It really is. Does Louise work for you, George?
That's my promoter here.
Ah, that explains it, because we're getting a whole host of information from her here right now. Louise, you sound like a very, very, very handy person to have. Keep up the good work, my friend. Thank you very much. Cool. Cool. We're getting quite a few people that are online right now watching what we're doing. And
Sure what you said, Gear, but I can't get into my other phone. Grant's using it.
yeah,
We'll find out
unfortunately,
what
yeah.
it's about.
Sorry, my friend,
It's
I'm
got some
using it.
exciting news. Hi there, my love.
George, I'm
dog.
sort of watching you, watching me, watching you, if you know what I mean. So
No problem, man.
it's all about getting to know, because a lot of people are talking to us on this as well. You know what I mean?
No problem.
So, through this pandemic, George, have you been doing a lot more writing, a lot more recording, rather than doing shows?
Yeah, I've done a lot of writing and recording. And well, for now the pandemic has just eased. Like where I am, you know, they have just lifted the restriction and the pandemic. So I was out last Friday, last Saturday night, performing with the King Yellowman, Johnny Asburn, Lady G, and you know, some of that. Friday night, we were in Queens, New York, and Saturday night, we were in Newark, New Jersey. Two very nice shows.
Very, very cool. I'm kind of jealous. You see, George, we're not allowed to do shows just yet, but we are looking at easing up restrictions very, very shortly. So hopefully we can start putting entertainment back together again here in New Zealand. Let's go back to the desk.
For you
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today we're talking to George Prophet, and believe me, absolutely love a bit of reggae, I gotta be honest with you. And George unashamedly says, I'm the real deal. Literally, he really does. I think so as well, I really do. It's nice to have you on board, my friend. Southern Outlaw Band, I think it is. Believe me, I'm loving Folsom Prison. I really am. Enjoyed that. Also on this morning is Matt Cairns. Nice to have you on board, Matt. It is an absolute pleasure to have you with us. And believe me, this is fascinating. It really is, because we're talking, of course, to George Prophet, coming out of New Jersey, born, of course, in Jamaica. And Franco Nanucci's joining us as well, who is doing projects not only in Jamaica, but in Africa, Sudan, everything like that. Humanitarian things, literally, building schools, hospitals, libraries, all that sort of thing. So I want to introduce Franco to George very shortly. Franco, keep your head up for that one, okay? And George, believe me, we have a friend of ours that's watching right now, and he puts together CDs, he sells them, and takes no profits for himself. Everything earned goes into building schools, hospitals, libraries, and places like Jamaica. He's actually got something in the works right now for Jamaica. He also does stuff for Africa and Sudan and places like that. Would love to be able to introduce you to this man. Would you be interested in chatting to Franco?
Yes, I would be.
Very cool, believe me. I think Franco will absolutely love you as well. I really do. Now, having said that, I do have a few other friends that are watching right now, and would love to be able to contact you in the near future. I would like to be able to put you into a magazine. Now, this magazine comes out of India, and believe me, Jay, wonderful man in his own right. He lives in a region of about 8 million people. He literally, I'm sure he knows each and every one of them by first name as well, to be honest. He's such a popular young man. We'd love to be able to put you in there, because believe me, it's an absolute brilliant magazine. And I've had some of the professionals from around the world that do this say this is almost on the precipice of being the next Rolling Stone magazine. Would you mind if we promoted you in there?
That would be great.
Awesome. Barbara will hook you up with Jay. He's coming out of the magazine, Lazy Indie magazine, and believe me, I think you two will get on like a house on fire. I really do. Now, Hurting My Feelings. Tell me about this, because I really like this track.
Well, that's a beautiful track. But it's about the idea of the song. It's about someone waiting for someone. It could be a girl, it could be a boy. Only to find out that person doesn't need it. Because it's saying, how would you feel if the person you spend a lifetime waiting for to look you in the face and tell you they will need you no more? That's gonna hurt you.
You know, you're quite right. You really are, George. Here, joining us live is George Prophet at Galaxy, Hurting My Feelings. Dale Cole's on board. Dale, my friend, I am so sorry we couldn't hook up this morning. We're going to get it done, okay, my brother? We really are, because I love your work. You know that. You really do. Terry Van Cannon also on board. Nice to have you on board, brother, mate. Terry Van Cannon is slide steel master in his trade. He really is. So if you ever need a slide steel master, check out Terry Van Cannon. He's brilliant. He really is. Oh dear. Gosh, what's the temperature there, George? Is it very warm?
Very warm. Right now. Yesterday and today.
Nice, because you guys are coming into summer now, aren't you? You put your clocks forward.
Yes.
Yeah,
Very warm. Yes.
we're about to go into winter, so
Put ours back
we-
soon, so
yeah,
we're
we do.
further apart from everyone.
well, that's the weird thing about time deal, literally. It really is. Louise is up. I think Louise is a bit of a character, my friend.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, any information you need, she's ready to put you on your live. You can.
Very cool. Of course, Hurting My Feelings is off the album Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And Louise is reminding me of that. Thank you very much, sweetie. It really is. I always say to people, because Barbara does everything for me, that everybody needs a Barbara. You know, quite frankly, I think everybody needs a Louise as well. I really do. You're very lucky to have her. Donnie Coulter's on board. Hey, brother man. Nice to have you back, my friend. It really, really is. Hope you're staying safe and well. I really do. But in the meantime, we'll go back to this. By the way, would you consider maybe possibly coming to New Zealand and performing in front of New Zealand audiences, George?
I can't wait.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Got to let you know you've been hurting my feelings. 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 You've been hurting my feelings.
Thank you, Alice. Absolutely love that as well. Yes, great sound. It really is. Now, at the same time, through that, I was actually talking to George and asked him if he'd be interested in coming to New Zealand, playing in front of New Zealand audiences. And believe me, we do have something in mind here. We really, really do. And but first of all, I want to find out a couple of little things. Now, George, who were your influences? I see here you got Gregory Isaacs there. Absolutely brilliant. Tell me a little. Tell me a little bit about the music that shaped George Prophet. Where did this come from?
Well, as a kid, I grew up in the church. So, as far back as I can remember, I was singing in the kids' choir. And that becomes a part of me, you know. So I'm going to school, we have a little kid concert. Let's start singing the school concert. And then growing up, I started listening to Gregory Isaacs, would sing Gregory Isaacs songs. Then the next step up, I would sing the same melody, change the words from the song. You know, you're young girl. And so I would sing a song of Gregory, but I'm singing everything he's singing, all the melodies, but just different words, putting my words to it. Then, you know, I started listening to Barry Salmon, of Gregory. So, if you notice, my style is a cross between Barry Salmon. I listen to a lot of different artists, don't get me wrong, but these two people, they are really the people that really inspire me, you know, with music. So, a lot of people know my style and wonder, where did he get his style from? It's right, it's a crossover between Barry Salmon and Gregory Isaacs.
Well, I gotta let you know, my friend, believe me, I think it fits you absolutely perfectly, and I gotta let you know too, please, please, please don't stop doing what you're doing, right? We love your music, we really do, and we would love to have you back again, so please send us all your new tracks as well. Now, having said that, we did kind of mention and just touch on coming to New Zealand and playing in front of New Zealand audiences. Do you know much about New Zealand, George?
Yes, because of cricket.
Fair enough. You know the Black Caps.
Yeah, man. I know boy Ian Flemings and all the great batsmen he got there, man. I know about Flemings. He was a captain at one time. I follow them. You know, I want to tell you too.
Well,
It's one of my team, you know. I am a West Indian support, you know. I love the Black Cap.
very.
My favorite is when they played against Australia.
Yeah.
I like when they played against
got
Australia.
it.
Well, fair enough too. And believe me, I know Flem. I've met Flem many, many times. Believe me, he's a great guy. He really, really is. And the Black Caps, we don't do too bad actually, especially against Australia now. But we do have a love-hate relationship between New Zealand and Australia. I've got to warn you about that one. It is sports-orientated though.
It's like a rivalry, and because they are over, you say, they are doing under. Because that's what we say, you know. They are doing under.
Yeah, believe me. Once upon a time, I've got to let you know, we were down to, I think, about 5 runs against Australia way back in the day, way back in the 70s. We were threatening literally of hitting it out of the park. We were going for a 6, and Australia underarm bowled, skipped it across the ground.
And one.
That caused so much.
Legal.
It isn't legal, no, it isn't. You know what I mean? But believe me, it caused so much controversy. I think one of the batsmen threw his bat away. All sorts of things happened, you know. And it's been this little rivalry ever since. I've got to be honest with you, especially with cricket. So I am so pleased you like our cricket.
I used to play cricket for my school and stuff, so, you know. I know the game.
Yeah, believe me, I've been there too. I really, really have. Hurting to the core, George. Tell me a little bit about this. I think this is an absolutely fascinating track.
Yes, you know, I wrote a song with a lot of, you know, imagination. You know, I'm a person who I'm very good at transforming myself. Meaning, I could imagine putting myself in certain situations. And that really came out good. You know, people will listen to that song and think, it's a personal experience. No, it's not. But when I write hard, meaning if I think of a topic, you're hurting my feelings. I'm thinking, okay, what are the best words I can come up with to make a sentence that makes sense to connect with that hook? So that's where we're at. So, you know, as I said, I think it came out good. And thinking about it, when I listen back to that song, I just said to myself, whoa, you know, a lot of people can relate to this.
Well, I'll let you know, George, 1,791 requests since we've been playing it here at Galaxy. So yes, our audio audience, the people, our Galaxy faithful, can relate. Here's George Prophet and Hurting to the Core.
Now this one's dedicated to all the men who have been hurt. And I'm sure.
Damn, it's hot in here. You're on Fahrenheit over there, aren't you?
It's hot here.
Yeah, believe me, 27 degrees here, 26 degrees Celsius. So,
Well, it's close to here.
how many cities?
Since yesterday, it's hot.
Believe me, we need some air conditioning in here, we really do.
568.
568 cities are joining us this morning, my friend,
It's the heater on when it's cold. When it's hot, he whinges.
500.
and 68 cities around the world are joining us. That's fantastic.
Yes, it's a
Love
lot.
that.
Awesome.
That's what
I would really love to come to New Zealand.
Well, we want you to come to New Zealand. In fact, we are looking at doing some shows very, very shortly when the borders open up, when the government lets us, and we are talking to the right people in the right places right now. You know what I mean? We're not actually sitting on our hands doing nothing. We actually are planning on doing a couple of reggae festivals, highlighting talent like yourself, if you know what I mean. So we would love to be able to fly you in, do a couple of festivals here, maybe do a few in Australia as well. You know, we like their money, I got to admit. We may not like their sportsmanship, but we like their money.
Oh, preach self-control.
No problem. I can't wait.
And believe me, my friend, we would love to include you on that. Keep an eye out for Barbara. She's going to connect you with Jay from Lazy Indie Magazine. Also,
and include Louise too.
yeah, include Louise as well. Absolutely do that. Also, we want to include you into Rise Up TV. We're associated with Rise Up TV coming out of Canada. So you never know. They may want to put you on one of their TV shows as well. So keep an eye out for them as well. Okay, my friend?
Yeah, because most of the stuff I do, it's mainly Louis who do all the stuff for me.
Right.
So, you know, and Louis is easy to connect to, easy to get on, and easy to talk to. So whatever you have, if you get to Louis, you get to me.
Donnie, what goes on in here? Bro, you're funny. You really are.
Now you know Alice what you're looking for.
So, okay, George, you formed a lot of your music relationship around icons like Gregory Isaacs, but later on down the track, you actually did a show where Gregory Isaacs was involved, didn't you?
Yeah, I performed with him more than once. I performed with him on show, and I performed with him on sound system, sound system live, and sound system square. So I knew it. I knew it first.
Okay, so is he the person you imagined him to be when you were shaping your music around his music?
I would say yes. He's one of those artists that, he has passed, he died, and up to now I still look up to him.
Very, very cool. Sophia,
He's more than a great artist.
Sophia Angel is on board too. Nice to have you on board, sweetheart. It really, really is. Now, having said that, George, and believe me, I am absolutely fascinated with you and I love, love, love this track. I really do. And as I said to you earlier on, I'm an engineer myself, literally. I've been in the game almost 40 years. not only as a studio engineer, but a front of house. I've worked with some of the biggest bands in the world. And I said to you at the start of this, there's something about your music that just really encapsulated my imagination. I wanted to know more about you. You and I was the track that absolutely got me. Now, tell me about this. Why was I so interested in this? Because believe me, we've played it a number of times. We didn't say a lot about the song when we first started playing it. Then all of a sudden, everybody wanted to know more. They wanted to know who, what, when, where, how, when we're doing the interview. What made this such a sensation? 5,000 requests so far, over 5,000 requests. Why are people so very, very interested in this track? Tell me all about it.
The best way to describe this track is a pure track. It's a simple track, and it's very related. You know, because again, maybe it's the way that I write. When I write, I think about a song, I think about a video, and I write, I try to capture people's imagination. Like if I write a line, I have 4 lines, and I go back and I review the line. If 2 lines are simple and 2 lines, I think 2, I'm going to write it for, because I'm trying to write to connect with people. I want, when people hear the song, they're going to say, oh, I've been through this, or oh, I can write. This sounds like a true story. You know, if you make it too complicated and people start thinking too much, they don't have any time. So you just have to make it easy and simple.
It looks like, hang in there, George. Believe me, thank you for coming back too, by the way. Joining us live right now is George Prophet, You and I. Over 5,000 requests for this track. Check it out. Yeah, we work on something similar here in Galaxy. Literally, for my benefit, we have the thing called the KISS system, which is keep it simple, stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you keep it simple, people will understand you easy.
Nice. Superstar Enslom is joining us, coming out of Papua New Guinea. Hello, brother man. Nice to have you on board. Loved the interview the other day. It has gone ballistic. It really has. Well done, my friend. And looking forward to chatting to your people about getting you here in New Zealand very shortly.
Tuesday, if they're available.
We are, yeah. Winston Tulloch is joining us as well. Nice to have you on board, Winston. Very cool to have you with us. Believe me, after this, my friend, we wrap it up very shortly, but after this, don't go anywhere. We're going to do a few crazy photos. You'll get a copy of everything we do. You'll be able to share them around all your friends, everything like that. We're also going to put this whole interview on YouTube. And as I said to you earlier on, we're also going to make it into a cartoon. So, and people love these cartoons, don't they? Gosh.
Yeah, and that Winston Tulloch is one of the more permanent DJs in New Jersey.
Okay, well, Winston,
DJ Tyrus.
thank you for taking the time out to check this out. Believe me, it is absolutely fantastic. Nice to make your acquaintance. Really is. Big track called You and I from the album Perfect, available on all major digital now. What a gem she
I'm
is.
just waving to Enslom, or was it Vani?
There's a good point.
Yeah.
There's a good point. It could be Enslom's right-hand person. DJ Taurus. Very
Yes,
cool.
that's his name.
Okay, very
Oh,
cool.
nice to meet
He's a
you.
DJ out of New Jersey.
Okay, is he a club DJ or a radio DJ?
Radio DJ. That's my favorite DJ in New Jersey.
Very cool. Well, I hope I'm your favourite DJ in New Zealand then.
Well,
Yeah.
wow.
Respect, brother, respect. Absolutely brilliant. We have 1 minute left, so we will take it from here very, very shortly. But folks, please, please, please stay safe over the weekend, won't you?
Franco, in this picture, is it? I'm going to introduce you.
Good idea.
Put the smile on my face. You are my shining star. Baby, that's what you are. I just wanna taste your lips. Wanna feel the rhythm of your wrist. I wanna feel all of it. It could be such a treat. Give it a love, give it a love, give it a love, give it a love, give it a love. It would be such a treat.
I got to turn the mics on. My goodness, my producer over there taking my mind off the hat. I'm sorry about that. Better turn the mics on. It works better. You can see me better that way, can't you? Having said that, my friend, it is an absolute pleasure to make your acquaintance. It really, really is. And I was asking you, while this pandemic's going on, have you written more, recorded more? Are you looking at releasing more new music in the near future?
Yes, at some point, because I've got an album to release, but I'm not sure when as yet, because I'm not really rushing, because the perfect album is still fairly new, so I have to give it some time before I want to release an album.
Well, I got to be honest with you, George. I'm loving the stuff off the perfect album, but I'm greedy. I really am. I always love new music. So, would you please pass on new music to us? Will you come back and do another interview with us in the near future?
Yes, I will.
Brilliant. Love, love, love that. At the same time, and folks, believe me, Dalacoma today, good friend of ours, coming out of Australia, would love you to go and check him out. He's absolutely fantastic. He is. Now, George, here's something I'm going to ask you. And believe me, I'm getting this together, in the near future. When you get yourself a t-shirt, how about sending me one with your brand on it so that we can wear it when we do these interviews? Believe me, people go and look. Subliminally, it works. It really does.
I will send you. I will do it to you. I will send it to you.
Very, very cool. Having said that, how would you like to do me a couple of voice drops saying, hi, this is George Prophet. You can hear me on galaxy107fm, something like that.
Absolutely.
Put it on,
Absolutely.
record it on a recordable 58, put it on MP3. We would love to be able to add it to the list that we have here. You see, George, this is about promotion and keeping George Prophet on the radio, people hearing your voice, hearing your name all the time. Before you know it, you got another 5,000 friends wanting to know more about you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you will get your drops next weekend.
Very cool. Now, this is actually for Louise. Go and check out Galaxy Artists, literally. Become part of it, literally. If you're going, George, if you're going to release a new song, if you're going to put up a new logo, a new poster, going to the opening of a shoebox, just advertise it in there, because believe me, my friend, there is so many people. Go and have a look. All sorts of people. There's record labels, there's promoters, there's venue owners, there's all kinds of people. Even, average everyday people like me, go and have a look in there. See what's happening. It's, again, all about promoting George Prophet. Will you do that for us, George?
Yes, I will.
Brilliant, brilliant, because we want to get behind you as much as possible, George, and move this career along a lot. You know what I'm saying, because we see something in you as the next reggae star. here in New Zealand. We want to bring you here. We want to be able to promote you, and we want to get our listeners very familiar with George Prophet. What do you think?
Absolutely.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Hang in there, my friend, because we're going to wrap this up right now. For those of you that are watching here a little later on over there on YouTube, you know what to do, right? No, you do. You really do. Yes. Sub, thumb, bell, bingo, bell notifications for when we have important people like George Prophet join us. Go and get epileptic on the thumb. Sub, yes. Believe me, subscribe, join us. We would love to have you. Be a part of the Galaxy family, but in the meantime, have a very happy and successful day. And please, please, please stay safe over the weekend. But in the meantime, George, stay there, my friend. We're just going to switch over to the other studio. You're right here in Galaxy, and we're very happy to be in association with Rise Up TV. Big record, Sony Music, The Orchard. You're right here in Galaxy. Good morning.
Another indie artist interview brought to you by Galaxy 107 FM in association with Rise Up TV, Big Record and Sony Music The Orchard.